like, you'll be like,
sorry, I farted.
Hey, how's it going, everyone? How you guys doing tonight, today, wherever you are in this beautiful world? Welcome to another Beer and Cheese Tuesday, where we pair beer and cheese, and we eat beer or cheese and see if it goes. If anyone wants to come on in, the link is in the back, in our back area, our back ends. Always, if anyone wants to show up, you can always get me on my email on my About page on YouTube. Just shoot me an email and I'll just bring a cheese and beer. Welcome to my panel. Cheers, guys. Hopefully Angie will show up. But we got East Coast LK Reviews. Cheers, man.
Cheers.
Cheers to Bumpy Road Brews. And John and Nilly. Cheers. Good to have you here.
Oh, good to be here again. It's been a while.
Yeah. Yeah, good. And cheers to the chat as well. We have art by Sparkle. Cheers to you. Cheers to you, Sparkle. Cheers, Burley and Ryan Jacobco and Angie. Cheers. All right. And Drunken One. I was just looking at your video. Good stuff. All right. So let's go ahead and start it off. If anyone pops in, I'll let you in through the little sidebar there. All right. Let's go ahead and start with Tanner. Cheers.
All right. Cheers, guys. So on the side, I just got a little bit of Buffalo Trace going. For the beer, I believe Bumpy had this. Cheers, Andy. I believe Bumpy had this one. By Proclamation Ale Company. What the hell's the name of the beer? I'm gonna have to look that up online. It's a triple IPA. I don't know where the hell the name is. I forgot what they called it.
Yeah, just kind of read. It's like insignificance or something like that.
Oh yeah. Yep. Insignificance. On the side of it, it says, "This is our 1,000th batch of beer. Cheers to us. Cheers to you. 10% alcohol by volume. Proclamation Ale Company, Warwick, Rhode Island. You want to check them out? Go to proclamationale.com. It was canned 3/31/2023, so a little bit over, what's that, 2 months? Not bad. Some of their triples tend to be a little kind of green, the 1 month mark anyways. But yeah, it's been a while since I've had a triple, and it's been a while since I've had a Proclamation beer, so I'm actually pretty excited to try this. Water in there. Let's get that out of there. I gotta check their website too, because typically they always have a bunch of new shit and I just haven't really paid attention. Pours it's a lot darker in appearance. It's kind of got that golden orange, definitely a darker looking IPA. Pretty much no clarity through it at all. A little bit of effervescence. Poured a nice off-white, kind of rocky, super sudsy 3-finger head on top. Holding some good retention. Solid looking beer. Yeah, looks pretty good. So triple IPA. And then I just got some store-bought cheese, or store-brand cheese, I mean. It's Monterey Jack, which is Stop and Shop brand. So this is a local grocery store chain we have over here. So yeah, like it's the Monterey Jack. Pasteurized milk, cheese culture, salt, enzymes, contains milk. I got a couple slices already kind of cut up here. Not bad. It's white cheese, kind of soft, bendy a little bit. Yeah, not bad. We'll see what this is all about. And cheers, guys.
Awesome. Cheers, man.
Yes, cheers.
Cheers, Tanner.
Right. Up next is Bumpy.
All right. This is what my cheese looks like. Took it out, sliced it up.
Nice. Beautiful.
The cheese is from Cabot, and it is a wild horseradish cheddar cheese with zesty horseradish.
Nice.
So looking forward to that. Other than that, I have my beer I'm going to pair with it, and I figured maybe going on the dank side with horseradish might work. So got this one from it's from Abomination. I'm not sure if they did a collaboration with somebody. Brewed and packaged by Abomination. It's Northern Lights edition. Fog.
That was cool.
That's badass.
Yeah. So what this is it says it's a double dry hopped, double IPA with natural flavors, and they're calling this one terp fog or terp fog.
Oh,
Terpenes.
oh, it's got Northern Light terpenes in it. Or
Yeah. Okay. There you go. I knew somebody would get it. Okay. Comes in at 8.6% ABV, and let's pour it.
That's a double.
Yeah, double
Okay.
dry hop, double IPA. It's looking very nice. Poured with a kind of creamy off-white head. It looks more white on camera there, but very tight, frothy head. The color of the beer itself is a milky yellow. It's opaque, can't see through it. It looks like egg yolk, pretty much.
Looks good.
Egg yolk with some egg whites.
Nice.
Cheers.
Oh yeah. Cheers. Cheers, Bumpy.
Woo.
All right. This smells
Straight up
good.
orange juice, I can tell you that.
All right. All right. We got John up next. Thanks,
All
Bumpy.
right. So for my cheese, I've got from Ford Farm Cheesemakers. It's a product of the UK. It's called Farmhouse Cheddar with mustard and ale. And in the ingredients, there is water, malted barley, barley malt extract, hops and yeast in here, and then mustard, white vinegar. So I was really intrigued by the mustard and ale part. My cheese, unlike Tanner's, is not flexible. It looks decent. You got the coarse ground mustard seed in there. It's just kind of like falls apart, And when you try to, bend it, it just immediately breaks. So it's very, I don't know, it just falls apart in your hands. And excited to try it. And for the beer, I'm even more excited about the beer. Went to Spyglass last weekend and picked up some 4-packs. And this one, the name is what sold it. But anyway, it's called My Biological Father Was a Refrigerator Repairman. It's a peach mango milkshake double IPA, 8.1% alcohol. And on the label they describe it as a New England style double IPA brewed with mango and peach puree, vanilla beans, lactose, and hopped with Galaxy, Citra, and Amarillo. And this was canned less than 2 weeks ago. It's been kept cold, so super fresh. Very excited. I don't know how something like this will pair with the cheese that I have, but I think it's going to be a hell of an experience either way. Let me pour it up, I guess, really quick. See what this looks like. Sounds
excellent.
There's your pour. Very New England juice bomb-esque with the appearance. And it's got the mango and the peach puree in there as well. So super bright orange, opaque, cannot see through it, with about a 2.5 or 2 finger, kind of off-white, very creamy looking head. So looks like a winner. And I'm already getting those fruit aromas on the nose. So can't wait to get into this and give you a little bit more info. So cheers to Beer Man, and cheers to you, Angie. Hadn't seen Angie in a while. Cheers to everybody, and thanks for letting me on the panel. I miss doing these live streams. Hopefully, I'll be able to do some more of them now that I'm settled in my new place.
Yeah,
Cheers,
definitely. That's good to have you here. Cheers, man. Cheers, John. Thank you.
Thanks.
All right. Let's get almost removed Angie.
Cheers.
I went to the wrong thing almost. Sorry. Okay, Angie. Hello.
What? Oh, hi.
No, I accidentally almost hit the remove button. I mean,
The way things are going, that would have been okay,
oh,
probably.
take it badly. Uh,
I'm just going to go ahead and get the embarrassing part of it out of the way. I got Kraft sharp cheddar cheese,
Hey, it's
but
good
all I
stuff.
had in my refrigerator was
totally fine.
shredded again. So, and I did not get a chance to go out to the store, so I apologize. I do take this show very seriously, but it's the only cheese I had. I'm so sorry.
No,
Oh,
don't be sorry. Don't be sorry.
And then for my drink of choice,
Ooh,
Dogfish Head Citrus Squall. It's a double golden ale, and it's 8% ABV. And
Nice.
oh yeah, I forgot I got it. Sorry.
Too many sorries. I'm gonna start doing this to you.
No, that scares me. Okay. Get the bubbles off. All right. Yeah. Ooh, it's very, very tasty looking. It's nice orange. It's opaque. Not much of a head. Barely a one finger head. Not too frothy. It's already starting to dissipate on the top.
Nice.
Yeah. So, and no, wait. I don't sniff yet, right?
Not yet. Yeah.
Okay.
Do that
Okay.
after.
So, cheers.
Yeah,
Thank you all
cheers.
for letting me be here. I am an absolute embarrassment. Okay.
No, you're not. Thanks, Angie. Cheers to you. All right.
Good to see you too again, John. It's good to see you.
yeah. Always nice seeing you, Angie.
All right. Cheers, Cheryl. All right. Good to have you here. Okay, so yeah, like I said, any cheese will do. I don't care if you bring it a couple of times, just mix it up with different beers. It's totally fine. But I've done it. We've all done it. I mean, we've been doing it for like 3 years. Sometimes you just don't get the fucking
And
cheese.
we'll keep on doing it.
And we'll keep on doing it. So this one's from Tillamook, about an hour south of me. You guys get them out there as well, from what Tanner said. This is a hickory smoked cheddar. And the cool thing about this one is it had like a really awesome like rind on it. Like you can see all like the salty kind of, you can see that like dry salty stuff on the rind. It's really nice. I don't know, it just looks really good. It smells really good. And that's the cheese right there. Oh, again, I went blurry. Anyway, that looks like a blurry mess. Come on. Pow. Anyway, fuck you, camera. All right. Camera. You see my palm? Hey. What are you doing this to me for right now at the moment?
It only focuses when you don't want it to focus.
Walk off camera and come back in.
Yeah,
See if that does it.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
There you go.
There
you go.
it works.
There we go.
Yay.
Oh, cheese. There we go. Cheese is nice. Looks it's more of a
Jesus.
yellow cheddar. And then thanks, Bumpy. All right, so the beer I got is from the Vale. These guys are out of Tennessee or something like that. Virginia. Richmond, Virginia. And it's called I'm having a hard time figuring how to say this. Chitufa. I don't even know. Toothpaste. I have no idea. But anyway, that's what it is. It's a 6.3. It's a little lighter, hazy citrus IPA. And the hops in it are Mosaic, Simcoe, and Columbus. So kind of sort of like an old schooly kind of like beer IPA. Without the Mosaic's a little on the new world side. But oh, that's a skull. I didn't realize what that was. Yeah, a skull. So that's kind of cool.
Oh,
All right,
that's
this was
yeah.
327. It's a fucking old one. Great. Why are you giving me old beers lately, dude?
Oh, it's toothache, like toothache.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Too fake. Too fake. Okay. It looks oxidized. It looks oxidized. It really does. In my light, it looks dark, orange, kind of just has that kind of oxidized look to it. But poured less than a finger. It smells oxidized. Fuck. Anyway, if it's bad, I'll change it up. I've got another beer. So I hate this. I hate IPAs sometimes when they do this. The dates suck. All right. But anyway, let's go ahead and get back to East Coast Tanner and start the show off. Cheers.
Cheers.
All right. Let's start with the beer. Get the rest of this in the can. Oh, that was like I don't know if you saw that. It was like a big piece of sediment. It was like a worm. Nose? There's a big malty sweetness with this. I've noticed that with Proclamation's triples. They typically have like that caramel malt sweetness. But there's a big like peach, pineapple note. I should have looked up what hops they were using while you guys were going. That probably would have made sense. A little bit of hop resin in the background. Definitely doesn't smell like 10%, other than the caramel malt. Typically with like the bigger beers, like triples, I feel like they try to put a lot of malt in it, or like a malty sweetness to kind of cut through that alcohol boozy aspect. Some breadiness, a little bit of like some earthy hop notes. Smells pretty good. Good balance between juicy, tropical, sweet, malty, ready. A little bit of citrus in there. A little bit of like a little bit of just straight up orange. Try it out. Cheers.
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 There's a lot of malty sweetness. It does have a nice body to it, creamy body. I'm trying to see if it hits you with the booze. Not really. Kind of cuts through. Peaches there. It's kind of got that. It's like peach and caramel with that like orange creamsicle aspect.
It's supposed to be peaches and cream.
Was it? Oh, there is a earthy. It's very drying on the palate. There is a big astringency on the back end, but it's not necessarily bitter, which is kind of throwing me off. It's just very drying. Like you almost need to drink just like water with this one. It's not necessarily like bitter. It's just very drying on the palate, which is weird because it's super creamy and tropical up front. But then as you let it sit, the finish just turns into this like super astringent finish. I'm not really big on the finish. The upfront initial flavor is pretty good. But yeah, it's got like a big astringency. Maybe the cheese will kind of cut through that astringency, or maybe it'll make it worse. Let's try out the cheese. Super floppy, flimsy cheese.
Jesus.
Cheers.
It's very buttery. A little bit of nuttiness, kind of salty, but for the most part, it's just very milky and buttery on the nose. Yeah, really not too unique and complex. Excuse me, let's try it out. Cheesers.
Cheesers.
I have to pull it when you bite on it. It's got a little bit of that rubbery texture. super buttery. It's almost like I just ate a stick of butter.
Oh, wow.
Salt on the back end. Good creamy finish though. Not bad. Solid cheese. Definitely just kind of like a easy to snack on cheese. One of those cheeses you don't really like pick up too much on, but you can just sit there and snack on it for sure. I like the texture though. Definitely more of like I said, like that buttery, milky, creamy. There's really not much dryness. Ashley is sending me a million things on Instagram. That's why my watch keeps going off. Sorry about that. Yeah, it's a good cheese. Totally not like super complex. Probably would go with maybe some Ritz crackers or whatever. Try it out with beer. See what happens.
Cheers. Cheers again.
Jesus.
Please be delicious.
And creamy. Delicious.
It's got papaya. You know, the buttery from the cheese cut through that super dry, astringent finish with the beer. What do you know? It worked. It worked. I got a little bit more of like an earthy flavor. The caramel malt kind of stuck out. You got a little bit more sweetness from the beer. A little bit more of like that creamy aspect. Yeah, the buttery aspect of the cheese actually worked really well. And enhanced the sweetness, almost absolutely no alcohol burn. And yeah, it took out the one thing that I wasn't really a big fan of with the beer. So I mean, solid. And typically I'll go the other way. But typically I don't really like beer and the cheese, but we'll try it out.
Go both ways, huh, Tanner?
I always knew you liked it both ways.
Oh, damn.
There's a lot of letters in your name.
Unreal. I think it actually made it more dry. Kind of brought out the astringency. Now it's just super dry on the palate. Yeah, definitely the cheese before the beer. So overall, it worked out. It's solid. I mean, like this was grocery store cheese is $3 or something. The beer was $5.35. I have some thoughts about both the products next time around. I've had some better triples by proclamation. So, cheers, guys.
All right. Cheers, Tanner. Thank you.
Cheers.
All right. On to Bumpy.
All right. Well, we're going to start with the beer first. I'll show you the beer label again. Can label. Art. Yeah. So much like Ozzy Osbourne, this beer is going through changes. I tell you, when I first started smelling it and stuff, it was straight up orange juice. It was like orange juice. And then I was getting pineapple, no joke. I was getting pineapple and a little bit of like kind of like a mango-esque type note. And then I started smelling it after drinking it and letting it sit down for a second. And I started picking up pink bubblegum.
Oh, wow.
So I don't know if the Northern Lights stuff, if any of that kind of matches.
More of an earthy.
I love Northern Lights and wheat.
Yeah, now I'm getting grape bubblegum.
I can kind of see that, actually. I think
there's a little bit of the malt presence in there. It's a little bit like oat, wheat, bready. Orange juice is coming back up again. Yeah, it's got a lot of different aromas. Cheers.
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 Granja.
Cheers, Bobby.
A little bit of grain action, but not unpleasant grain. So like wheat, grainy, There's a kind of like tangerine and orange pith. There's it's like a slight greenness. There's a little bit of like a grassy flavor to it. I'm picking up now too. I was picking up a bit of pineapple and stuff before. That's kind of gone wayside. Yeah, there's some like lighter kind of notes in there. I wouldn't say lychee because it's not really giving off that like kind of real like rose petal floralness, but it's like kind of lighter notes coming through along that same line. I don't know whether like maybe like a washed out papaya type note. But very nice still. Bitterness on this is, I'd say, mildly moderate. It does have a bitterness to it, but it kind of works. It is kind of a bit on the earthy side, I say, with the bitterness. It kind of has that papaya finish. But fairly balanced out with what the malt notes are. Like I said, on the wheat, oat, and a little bit of a grainy type flavor. And it's not a bad grain either. So I'm happy with the beer so far.
Cool.
We will now eat some of the cheese. Oh man, my cheese has a teardrop. It's crying from the horseradish.
The teardrop means that it's killed. That
It killed the other cheddar.
It's taken the life of another cheese.
Yeah. So yeah, the most of the aromas are the horseradish. You do get the horseradish, the bit of burn in the nostrils. There's a mild cheddar. This cheddar doesn't seem to be like robust. It's a bit buttery horseradish. All right. Bon appetit.
Cheezers.
Cheezers.
Oh, I forgot to show Flex. Yeah.
Yeah. A little bit of a bend.
It's quite buttery. Very buttery cheddar. Mild salinity to it, so you get some of the salt with horseradish. You get that kind of horseradish when it's coming up through the nostrils with a kind of horseradishy burn in the back of the tongue. Yeah, the cheese itself, yeah, it's very mild cheddar, I would say. I would personally like more of a sharp cheddar to go with it, but I guess that sweet buttery, it's like sweet buttermilk. I guess it kind of goes with the horseradish bit, so no major complaints. I just wish the cheese itself kind of cut through a bit more. All right, I'm going to eat some cheese and then drink the beer.
Cheezers.
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 Is horseradish okay to give to dogs?
I don't know. I'm not sure.
I don't think it would hurt them. I think they might not like it though because it's strong.
Yeah. I just got Telly's nose right next to me and so easily on the floor patient.
Give it to horses.
I know onions aren't good to give dogs, but I don't know about horseradish.
Wow. Yeah, that livens up the horseradish quite a bit. It also brings out some more citrusy type notes from the beer. Getting more of that pineapple and orange flavor right off the bat on the palate. Really brightens it up. Like a Dole, one of those Dole beverages, you know. But Jesus, yeah, the horseradish got a big kick too.
Wow.
Don't give that to your dogs, Bumpy.
Yeah,
Don't.
probably-
Oh, I was just about to.
Yeah, it says dogs eat horseradish. The fact is, horseradish is not recommended to dogs as it causes irritation to their digestive, respiratory, and possible urinary system.
Oh,
Okay, well, yeah, you guys haven't eaten. I was just about to throw a piece of toast.
Yeah, just in time.
All right, we're gonna drink some beer, eat some horseradish.
good thing, Tanner. Cheers, cheesers, and cheers,
Cheers.
all that good stuff.
Yes.
Again and again.
Mild bit of grapefruit there too. Yeah, I mean it's more exciting eating the cheese and then drinking the beer. I think there's more changes. Drinking the beer and then just eating the cheese. It's just that. There's no major changes, but yeah, it goes very well together.
Good. All right, man. You got to win this week. That's
Yeah,
a good thing.
a positive night.
Awesome. All right, man. Thanks, Bumpy. Cheers, bro.
Cheers.
All right, let's bring up John next.
All right. So once again, the beer. My biological father was a refrigerator repairman. 8.1% peach mango milkshake double IPA with vanilla bean, lactose, and peach and mango puree. The appearance still looks good, and hadn't drank any since was around the last time. So pretty nice head retention, a little glass lacing going on there. The aroma with this is really nice. Getting that peach and mango, but the peach is actually coming through a little bit more. And the hops, I think the Galaxy and the Citra hops are really popping. I don't know too much about Amarillo. I mean, I've had a lot of beers with Amarillo hops, but the Citra hops are definitely coming through. And there's a little bit of like an earthiness, which I think is coming from the Galaxy. So you got the fruit in there, you got the hops. The Citra hops you're getting the citrus too, you know, like some tangerine citrus, maybe a little bit of lemon zest. The beer smells absolutely amazing, and the lactose and the vanilla bean. Not so much the lactose; that's going to be more mouthfeel, but the vanilla bean is providing a nice sweetness to the aroma. It smells absolutely delightful. I can't wait to get into it, so I'm going to go ahead and do so right now. Cheers!
Nice. Cheers.
Cheers.
Cheers, bro.
Man, the peach is there. The vanilla sweetness, that vanilla bean is really nice. A little bit of the mango, but that's kind of taking a backseat to everything else. Nice kind of, bready malt character in the middle of the sip. And then on the back end, that bitterness hits you from the three different hop varieties, the Citra, the Galaxy, and the Amarillo. You're getting the citrus flavor, that lemon zest, almost a little pithiness to it, and then like an earthy bite on the finish, which rounds out that sweetness from the mango and the peach puree. So it's not too sweet. It's nice and bready in the middle, and then it's hoppy and moderately bitter and lingering a little bit on the finish. The body is medium. The carbonation is medium. Super smooth, easy drinking, lovely beer from Spyglass. I haven't had a good milkshake IPA in a while, so this is really, really nice, and it's super fresh. I don't know how it's going to pair with this cheese, but we'll see. So there's the cheese again from Ford Farm Cheesemakers out of the UK. Farmhouse cheddar with mustard and ale. And get a little piece of that. Once again, you see it just falling apart. It's got dandruff. This cheese has dandruff. Just flaking all over the place.
Yeah.
But you see that nice mustard seed in there. It's just very
Wow, that's
very
crazy.
flaky cheese. It smells really good. It just has farmhouse cheddar, so I would say it's not super sharp, but it's a little bit more than what Bumpy was, or maybe it was Tanner was experiencing with him. It's got a little bit more funk to it than like a mild cheddar, and then I'm sure the ale, the yeast, the hops, and everything, kind of giving it a little bit of that aroma as well. And it does. I'm picking up on the mustard seed in there as well. So the cheese overall smells really good. Not too pungent, but definitely not mild. It's kind of in between the two. Let's get a taste on it.
Cheezers.
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 Yeah. And rice.
I really like this cheese. Any cheese that has beer-related things going on with it, I typically like. I think the beer cheese and the mustard thing really go hand in hand, because you go to like a craft brewery or something, you get you a nice soft pretzel, and they usually serve it with a side of beer cheese or a side of, spicy brown mustard. You get both. You get everything all in one. The cheese just kind of melts in your mouth.
Not in your hand.
I've had it sitting out for a little while, so it's not really cold, chilled anymore. It's like room temperature, but it's like butter. It just melts in your mouth. The flavor's on point. That ale flavors there. That mustard seed is coming through, and the cheddar is sharp enough to where you get a little bit of funk, a little bit of extra cheddar flavor, which is really nice. So let's do the beer first, and then the cheese.
Cheezers again. Yeah.
Cheezers again.
The flavors are so different with the fruit and the vanilla, and then the cheese. It's almost like you swallow there. You get the beer, and then you put the cheese in, and they don't really combine to create any new flavors. And I'm not really getting any more. It's not bringing out anything in the cheese. The beer's not bringing out anything in the cheese, and the cheese isn't bringing anything out in the beer necessarily. They work well together. There's no contradicting or conflicting flavors, but there's really nothing that's really great either about the combination. So what did I do? Beer. I did cheese first, I think. No, I did beer first. So now I'll do cheese first. All right. I get the cheese in the mouth chewing. I'll get the beer, and that way it's same time.
Cheezers and cheers.
Okay. That brought a little bit more of the sharpness out in the cheddar. That was a nice little combo there. But still, they're both individual. They're both very different flavor profiles. So even when you bring them together for that short moment where you get a little bit extra sharpness with the cheddar, it's not really affecting the beer. So I would say overall it's kind of a wash. They're both excellent. One doesn't bring the other one down, but it's not necessarily a great pairing where it accentuates anything in either the beer or the cheese. But definitely good. It does, good either way. And I forgot that I brought out my Melinda's habanero honey mustard. I was gonna mix that in with the cheese a little bit, but I just ate the rest of the cheese, so forget about it. Anyway, a nice combo, but not something that necessarily mind blowing, and it doesn't really one doesn't necessarily bring the other one up. It doesn't bring it down, but it doesn't elevate it in any way. So I'll come around with a rating on the individual products and the combo next time around. Cheers again to everybody.
Jason's comment said, John, you are such a terrible reviewer. F Stout Sunday. No, I'm just kidding.
Oh, yes, I thank you, Jason. A lot of people have wanted me to bring it back, and I will bring it back when I can. It's not going to be like a weekly thing as much as it used to be, just because my schedule is a lot different than it was when I lived in Georgia. And but I will do some Stout Sundays here in the near future. I promise, Jason. So thank you for I appreciate you supporting the channel, and I will be doing some Stout Sundays soon. Now that I have everything kind of set up in my new place, I will definitely bring it back as I can. So cheers.
Nice. Cheers,
Cheers.
John. Thank you.
Cheers,
All right.
bro.
I want that beer. All right. Cheers. And is next.
Next. Okay, so the Dogfish Head Citrus Squall Golden Double Ale. I mean, double golden ale. That's what I meant. Okay. Okay. All right. I definitely smell grapefruit. Smell salt. Like sea salt? Is that crazy?
They may actually have a lot of the Dogfish Head brews, like the Gozas and some of their beers, they actually add sea salt, so it may be in there. I don't know.
Oh my god! I sniffed it up my nose.
Don't snort it, Angie. That's a different kind of.
Definitely very strong on the grapefruit. There's like some lime zest, a little bit. Yeah. Okay. So, yeah, I'm gonna just go ahead and taste it. We'll see.
Right on.
Yeah.
Cheers.
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 Ooh. Smooth, has good mouthfeel. Not really medium. I guess it's light medium bodied. I taste the grapefruit. I taste almost like a bready kind of. Like an uncooked dough kind of taste, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a little bitter, but it's almost like they've used something in there. It's not real sweet, not real sugary, but like maybe some agave nectar or something, or honey. Yeah. Yeah, it's a little tart, but not bad. It's like a good balance of all that. Yeah, it's very good. The cheese, I'm just gonna blow through this because it's embarrassing. I got shredded cheddar. It smells like shredded cheddar, and yeah, I can smell. I can smell the milk and the cheese and the salt and all that stuff.
You could do what Lep does. You can make little cheddar fritter cake.
I'm gonna do the bend test. Actually, it broke pretty easily.
That's funny.
All right, so
Roll it into a ball. Oh.
yeah, it's good. Ooh, that's good. That's good cheese. Yeah, shredded or not, that's some good cheese. Sorry, I'm so sorry. Okay, so I don't know. It's shredded cheddar. It's good. It's craft. You know, I spent the extra $1.50 to not get the store brand, so it's quite tasty. So I'm gonna do the cheese first.
Yeah, it goes good with craft beer.
That's true. Okay. Yeah, it is good, actually. Okay.
Yeah.
Cheesers, and now cheers.
Cheers and cheesers.
Cheers.
Cheers/cheeses.
Well, it's good. It pairs well together, but it kind of just knocked out the cheese. It's like I ate the cheese and then I drank this and the cheese was gone. So we're gonna try it the other way and see what happens. Maybe need to get more shreds in there. hmm Well, that's good. I like me some dogfish head.
Yeah, I like dogfish too.
Mm. It's better cheese after beer.
Oh, really? Wow.
I actually, yeah, it brings more of the. I don't know. It brings more of the lime zest out of the beer on my palate. Yeah, it's a good pair. It does. It's yeah. I mean, if you had sharp cheddar that was in a block form, I think it would be easier and more
Yeah.
convenient. Anyway, cheers. There we go.
All right. Cheers. Thanks,
Sammy.
Angie. Cheers. Oh, shit. Cheers, Angie. Thank you. All right.
Okay.
Oh, shit. All right. This beer is not so old. I had to kind of adjust my palate a little bit. It is starting to kind of give me. It's turning though. It's like right on the end, like right on the end before it starts to like go.
Is there a date on it, Beerman? Did you mention a date? How old
Yeah,
is it?
it's like let's say the beginning of April. So 5, 6, 2 months old, a little over
Okay.
2 months and a week old. So it's not bad. It doesn't smell bad though. I did taste it. I had to taste it because I want to make sure it wasn't too bad where I had to go get another beer. But I do get I get that sweet caramel coming through a little bit. It's more of like a not really a caramel. It's just like a sweet sugar, like a sugary sweetness. Almost like a viscosity in the nose, like you're getting like a thick, sweet coating going through your nose, almost like cotton candy or something like that. And you're mixing it with orange. There's a bit of orange in there. I got a bit more in the can. There's a slight kind of an earthy, hoppy dank. There is a little pineapple actually coming through. I think the mosaic might be bringing a little bit of that danky, earthy, slightly. Well, mosaic's got more of a berry, right? Blueberry or something. Yeah.
And other notes.
A bit of berry, like blueberry. Maybe the earthy part of it. It's just sweet. It smells like actually like a caramel, like one of those sweet caramels that you can't get out of your mouth or your teeth, like once you start eating it. Like those squares that they use to put over caramel apples. Yeah. When you melt it
Thank
down.
you. Thank you for saying caramel apples and not caramel prunes.
Yeah, caramel. But there's no apple, and there's no prune, but it's definitely caramel.
Sorry.
Yeah, I'm not really. I mean, I'm trying to get a whiff, but I can't really roll this around in my glass or it'll spill. There we go. There we go.
Big whiffa. Big whiffa.
Creamy head. It's very creamy. It looks like really, really frothy and creamy and awesome.
Please be delicious.
God, yeah, let's just get into this. It's opaque, medium carbonation, definitely a New England style. Let's drink it. Cheers.
Cheers.
Sure.
Cheers.
Cheers, beer man.
Yeah, it's not quite there yet. It's still good to drink. It's soft, it's creamy, it's smooth. It's actually very creamy. The very good word to use for this one. It does have a slight, very dry, gypsum chalkiness in the finish. It's like powder coated on my mouth, on my tongue. Yeah, mineral, like a little piney in the finish, earthy, dank. You're getting a little bit of berry coming through. There's a lot of orange coming through as well, though. It's got a bit of orange and like more of a navel orange. Orange and maybe some nectarine. Nectarine orange. It's really hard to pick out things in this one. I don't know. It's pretty one-sided. It's just like big orange. But yeah, so that, I mean, I don't know. Body's medium, mouthfeel creamy, no alcohol, 6.2%. Dry, very chalky. All right. So the cheese is a cheddar. It's a hickory smoked cheddar from Tillamook. It's got the kind of like the speckled like saltiness or whatever on the outside. It's kind of like this, I don't know, frost, and it came down on my keyboard. It just looks really fucking good. It looks good, you know? You're like, oh God, hey, talk to me, man. All right. It smells better than Hickory Farms for sure. It smells like its own like varietal of hickory smoked cheeses. It's like this really nicely done hickory smoke on the cheese. It's very subtle, but there you're like, oh, it's not subtle actually. It's there. It's like fucking there, man. But it's nice. It's like you smoked meat on your smoker with hickory pellets, and it's got that. Like the other night I cooked my chicken dragon egg, and I used hickory pellets, and I smelled the hickory smoke on my beard. As I opened up the thing, you'd get all that smell going through your beard, and then you could just totally smell it going. And it's exactly what this smells like: salty, smoky, umami, meaty. Wow! You get that cheese, the cow milk, the saltiness. It breaks. Very nice. A little bend there. Yellow. It's not white. That's okay though. Definitely got a dye to it or whatever the fuck happens. Cheers.
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 Isn't it dyed when it's yellow, I think? Yeah.
Jesus.
That tastes like tuna.
Not again.
Chicken and tuna, man. Very meaty. It tastes like bacon, actually.
Ooh.
Like a
Wait.
hickory smoked bacon.
What about the tuna?
The tuna's there too. It's kind of like a seafood kind of thing.
Ooh.
It's a very dry cheese. You want to have something to drink it down with. Very dry. And that beer was very dry. Like I'm in the fucking desert. And it's not like I should have got my Italian Pilsner with this one. It's not salty, but it's salty. It's not. It's really well balanced. The umami is really big, very punctual meatiness to it, bacony, slight salty salinity, kind of a funk to it as well. It was aged. Smoked for 9 hours. So smoked for 9 hours.
Oh.
That's quite a long smoke, actually. I mean,
For tea, yeah. Oh, yeah, it is.
cheese, yeah. So it's really good. Let's go ahead and let's have this with. Let's do the cheese before the beer. That was really good. If I see that again, I'm gonna buy it. I'm gonna put that. I should put that. I'm gonna shred that shit on my chicken dragon egg. Mm. All right. This wets it down. Kind of allows the cheese to go through your mouth faster. It's not so pasty and dry. The beer is still kind of sort of chalky and dry finish, but it's got that wetness, got that nice, a decent flavor. I wish I had it fresher, but it's got a decent flavor to the beer, and it really mixes well with the salts, the umami. I almost wish that I had like a porter or a stout to go with this, like a lighter porter, even like a Guinness or something, or an Irish stout of some kind, or just a light sessionable stout.
Like smoky, yeah.
Yeah.
The smokiness with the stout, yeah, that or porter sounds awesome.
Yeah, porter brown, even an amber would go nice, I think, with this possibly. Maybe, I don't know. But yeah, this isn't bad. It's not bad. Maybe a Westie would have gone better, though. I think a West Coast with that piney, cleaner beer instead of the hazy, sweeter kind of thing. But it's not a bad, terrible mix at all. So, all right, I've gone on forever, but not bad. All right, let's go ahead and get our last thoughts with. We'll start out with Tanner again. Cheers.
Cheers.
Oh, I didn't do the beer. That's all right. I'm not worried about it. Cheers.
Hello, Tanner again.
All right.
Hello.
Everyone. So, I mean, the cheese was pretty good. Of course, store brand, Monterey Jack. It wasn't super complex, but it did have a nice buttery aspect to it. For a number for that, I'd give it I go B minus, like an 81. Yeah, you're a Cheeto, Dan. And then this insignificance, it was pretty good. 10% wasn't noticeable. I just didn't really like that kind of off weird astringency. It wasn't necessarily like a bitter pine resin astringency. It was just super drying on the palate for some weird reason. But it wasn't
With 10% ABV, probably.
It wasn't, but it wasn't like a hop resin bitterness, which is just super weird for a triple. It had a finish that I wasn't familiar with to put it into that aspect. I've had some better triples by proclamation. This still deserves probably like B, so 85. Because of the it was pretty drinkable, I will say. 10%, not noticeable. Went down easy. Especially with the cheese. The cheese definitely helped me just drink it a lot faster. For the pairing, I'd say that they definitely worked. The cheese wasn't like your super fancy cheese. No big complexity or uniqueness to it, but it did a great job just kind of cutting through that stringency with the beer. So for the pairing, I would say the pairing was like an 87. So the pairing overall was better than both the products on their own. But yeah, overall not bad. Nothing to complain about as far as the pairing. But as far as buying the two products on their own, probably not. Maybe like a one and done. Yeah, not bad though. They've definitely had some other triples that I was way more impressed with. So it's also been a while since I've had a proclamation. But I will say, if as far as like the boozy aspect, you want a 10% IPA, not bad. I'd recommend it. The cheese, I mean, it's a store brand Monterey Jack. It's not like, you could probably get other Monterey Jacks that probably taste exactly the same. So yeah, not a bad pairing. Solid. So cheers.
Nice. Cheers, man. Cheers, Tanner.
Cheers.
There you guys.
Cheers.
And Bumpy's next.
I'm next. So for the beer, as I do my 50-point inspection scores, so for the beer, I'm at a 43.5 out of 50. It's going to be a very good beer. For the cheese, it's a lot of horseradish. I mean, kudos for the horseradish, but I do wish that more cheese notes were available. Maybe this is one of those times where it's like less would have been better. For the horseradish anyway. And I also would have liked a sharper cheddar for sure. But it worked. It's a very edible cheese anyways, if you like horseradish. And I'm going to score the cheese out of 41 out of 50, which should also put it in the very good category. And the pairing was pretty darn good. So they went well together. So it's happy.
Good.
Yeah. Yep. Good night.
All right, man.
Good night, everybody.
Good night. Thanks, Bumpy. Cheers.
Cheers, Bumpy.
All right.
Click.
John and Nelly.
All right. So I'll do the cheese first. Overall, a really enjoyable cheese. I have had cheeses with beer and mustard in them that I've enjoyed more. This one was a little bit more on the mild side. I would have liked maybe a little bit more sharpness from the cheddar and maybe a little bit more of the ale flavor. Even the mustard was very mild. So, I mean, the Brits, they're very mild in general. If this was an American-made beer cheese and mustard cheese, I feel like it would have been a lot more strong and in your face. Nothing wrong with it, though. It's a really enjoyable cheese. The consistency of it was very weird, too. It was very flaky and just kind of fell apart. It did melt in my mouth, though, and was very, very buttery and melted in my mouth, which I really enjoyed. I would say overall, the cheese is like an 89. It's right there at the B+, almost A-, but it's hard to give it an A because I've had so many good beer cheeses over the years, and it's just not one of my favorites, but still a great cheese. Now the beer, which once again, my biological father was a refrigerator repairman. The name alone should give it like a 98 out of 100, right? It's just an awesome name. This is one of the better milkshake IPAs I've had. At 8.1%, the alcohol smashed very well. The fruit flavors are definitely there, with the peach being the most prominent, fruit flavor in there. The vanilla gives it that nice sweetness, and the lactose gives it that creamy mouthfeel. It's everything you want in a milkshake IPA, and it's a double. It's an 8.1. So there's no alcohol present. It's very smooth, easy drinking. Alex would love this. The beer in the hops on the finish give it that balance, so it's not too sweet. The beer is a 97 for me. So you got an 89 for the cheese, a 97 for the beer. And the combo is a little disappointing. I mean, neither one elevates the other. So I wouldn't necessarily say that it's a good combo, because you pair a really good cheese with a really good beer, and if you're doing it right, they should both elevate one another, and your overall combo score should be higher than the individual scores. That's not the case with this. So overall, I'm going to give the combo an 80. It's good, but it's on the lower end. It's 80. It's a B-. It's good because the individual components are very enjoyable, but neither one elevates one another, and you might as well just do them separate. There's really no point in pairing the two together because they're not bringing each other up. You're not getting any new tasting notes or exciting new flavors from the combination of the two. So 80 for the combo, 89 for the cheese, and 97 for the beer. So the beer is the real winner here. If you can get Spyglass in your area, buy my biological father was a refrigerator repairman. And you know what? My father was a refrigerator repairman, so this beer really hits home. It means a lot to me. And he was not. I'm kidding. Anyway, it was an excellent beer. I highly recommend this beer if you can get Spyglass. This is one of the best, if not the best, milkshake IPAs that I've had in a long, long time, which isn't saying much because not too many breweries are making these types of beers anymore, but this is really an awesome beer. And that's all I got for now, I guess. Thanks again for having me, Beer Man. This is an awesome show. And here, I'll tell you what, I'll finish off with a little slug of the Melinda's habanero honey mustard.
Nice.
Do it.
Now, would you call that combo a clad?
I don't know if I would do that, but I do love, by the way, this is awesome. I wish I had put a little bit on the cheese. This amplifies everything. They also have a ghost pepper wing sauce. Melinda's, man, they're good stuff. And it pairs well with a lot of cheeses. So I would highly recommend the Melinda's brand, anything and everything, but particularly the habanero honey mustard. Good stuff. Man, it's got a good kick to it as well. So that's all I got.
Awesome. Thanks, John. Cheers. That sounds really good.
Awesome sauce.
Awesome sauce. Yeah, totally. All right. Let's get Angie up here with her awesome shredded cheese.
My shredded cheese. Yeah, I'm not gonna.
She's
I'm not gonna
shredded
waste
tonight.
time on that. I mean, it's craft. It's they're the king of cheese. So I'm gonna give the cheese is really good. It's nice and fresh. So we're gonna give that. We're gonna give it a 95, just because I mean you can't go wrong with
Nice.
craft. You know what I'm saying? The Dogfish Head double golden ale. It's really good. It's very refreshing with the grapefruit juice, but then it has like either honey or agave nectar or something in there, natural sweetener that cuts that a little bit, and it's a nice blend of all the citrus and everything. I'm gonna give it. I will definitely get this again, and it's got a lot of bang for your buck because it's 8%, which is cool. You know what? I don't care. I'm gonna give it 100.
Woo!
Oh,
Banging those bucks.
Making Alex proud.
and so pairing it with the cheese, of course, it's gonna be 100%. So
Wow.
cheers.
wow. Good.
Cheers.
Right?
Yeah, good for
Well,
you.
craft, the craft cheddar it's right off the block, so it's super fresh. So you're getting good stuff with craft.
And you don't need a knife to eat it.
That's right.
It's already carved for you.
Shove
I
it
don't
in
know
there.
why anybody else didn't do this. Because
I'll tell you what,
I look like an idiot. That's why. No, I kid.
Because they're not as cool as you, Andy.
All right.
Not ready.
Yeah, that's it. Thank you, guys.
100. Cheers. All right. Thanks, Angie. Right on.
Mm.
Cool.
Cheers, Andy.
It is me, right? Yeah, I think. The last one. I don't have some more cheese. While I'm talking to y'all, this is really good cheese. No, the beer, if it was fresher, would be all right. Would be better. It was all right. For a 6.2, I would have never guessed that it was a 6.2. I would have thought maybe on the lines of a 6.5, a little higher, a little 6.7-ish. I didn't feel the alcohol, but it just had that nice body, nice mouthfeel. Everything was awesome. I mean, if it was newer, I'd give it a better score, but I'll score it based on, you know what I'm saying. I think you do. I'm not going to underscore. I'm going to definitely say that it survived in this can, and they did well with the packaging for a 2.5, which isn't even that old, really. 3 months, over 3 months is pushing it kind of, but under 2 months I'm all right with. So I'd probably give this like a 90. I'd give it a 90 out of 100, 89, 90, somewhere in that range. I'm going to shoot my cheese. The cheese is really fucking good. Umami, fucking milk, meaty and just like seafoody and chickeny and bacony and awesome. Great smoked cheddar cheese. It just went all over my keyboard. I'll give it 100. The cheese is fan-fucking-tastic. The pairing is really good. Tillamook's Hickory Smoked Cheddar. If you can get that, check it out. It's really good. The mix was really awesome, but not awesome enough. I would have rather had a little more sharper beer to kind of cut through the cheese as it kind of like pasted and onto my mouth, dried my mouth out. I wanted something to kind of pierce through it, a nice piney kind of acidic kind of maybe a Westy style kind of IPA, like I was saying, or even like a brown or a porter or stout or a robust porter or something like that would have been nice. Um, yeah, but this wasn't bad. The mix I'll give the mix about a 90, 93 out of 100, 92, 93, somewhere in that range. Not terrible. So it did work. Let's put it that way. So all right, let's go ahead and get back to I'm gonna open up the panel, mix everyone up, get you all in order. And you guys go ahead and give some shout outs, man. Go for it.
All right. So shout outs for me. I just recently put out a different style video. It's a little on the longer side. It's close to 30 minutes, but it's a variety pack review. So it's kind of like a vlog style video with beer reviews in between. Kind of like hiking, nature, hangout, vlog with the theme being the variety pack that I'm reviewing. It was the Tropical Takeover by UFO Beer Company, also known as Harpoon. Yeah, I had a lot of fun filming the video. So if you're interested in possibly purchasing, I appreciate that, Ryan. If you're interested in possibly purchasing that variety pack or other variety packs, I would like to do more style videos like that. It kind of brings me back towards like my 40-ounce videos where it was just kind of like drink a 40-ounce with the vlog style video. So I'm kind of trying to incorporate that style of video back with the channel because I miss recording them and doing them. So it was a lot of fun to actually create. So yeah, just check that out. And then of course, other variety reviews and a couple people I want to shout out. Whiskey Wisdom. They're sitting at 396 subscribers. They've done a couple bourbon hunting videos. So if you are part of that fan base of the bourbon hunting videos, which I am, they have a couple ones, and they are out of Georgia. Pretty ironic over there, John. Yeah, they're out of Georgia. They have a couple bourbon hunting videos that are in Georgia. So go check them out. And also check out there was somebody else. Whiskey Encore with Cheech. Such a great dude. Very easy to get along with. He's going live right now. So, if we kind of just hang out off there, drop in, check out Cheech, and let him know that we sent you over there because he's a great dude and very, very fun to hang with. He's got a good group of very knowledgeable whiskey people. But if you brought a beer up, I'm sure he would have no problem with that. So just go check out.
I did it.
You brought a beer up?
Well, I started off with whiskey, but then I switched over to beer.
Yeah, he doesn't.
There's some comments in the chat, but yeah, they were very welcoming, very, very welcoming group.
Cool.
Yeah, for sure. So check them out. Cheers.
Nice. Cheers.
So yeah, I'd like to just shout out. I mean, of course, everybody here, everybody doing the YouTubes, guys putting out great content for people to watch. Well, I shouldn't say maybe not great content, but putting out stuff for people to watch anyway, so it's free. As long as they pay their internet. Anyways, Ridgeopolis. Don't forget about Ridge. He's putting out his videos and stuff like that. So Alex isn't here to shout him out, so I figured I'd do that. Yeah. I'm not going to shout out his entire family, but yeah, so it's generally fun videos with Ridge. And who else? Check out Imperfectly Me Crafts as well. That was one I've always shouted out. Just a great channel with Mallory and Chew. If you like beer tours, like brewery tours, if you like to see different breweries, beer lineup and stuff like that, just good stuff. Cheers. That's
Nice. Cheers. Cheers. I like those guys.
Nice. I really haven't been doing the live stream stuff a lot lately. I'd like to get back into doing Stout Sunday every now and then. It's not going to be a weekly thing like it was before because of a lot of reasons, but I'll do it when I can. And of course, I'm still posting regularly, though. You know, beer reviews pretty regularly, so you can check those out. FLX beer reviews. I don't know if he's been shouted out yet. I've been enjoying Mike and Dan a lot on the their beer reviews are always good. And he's got what's the guy's name? Joe or not
the Beer Patrol.
The Beer Patrol joins them a lot for reviews. So you can go check him out as well. Also, a guy that I've been watching for a while. He's in the New England area. He reviews a lot of the beers that I get, that Bumpy can get, that some of you guys may be able to get, like Spyglass and Treehouse and Trillium. His YouTube channel is called The Old Growler. He's a really cool guy. He does, like 5 minutes or less for the most part on his beer reviews, and he reviews a lot of New England style beers. He kind of looks like Beerman. Beerman, if he was a little bit older, he's got the big beard. He's got he's just a cool guy. I think he was a journalist or a teacher. Like he's very good with his words, and he's very straight and to the point at the same time. So if you're looking for some nice, quick, to the point beer reviews, go check out The Old Growler. That's pretty much all I got. I'm glad to be here again.
Yeah.
Hopefully, I'll be able to start joining some more of these live streams again now that things are kind of settling down a little bit. But always glad to be here, and of course, Tanner, Beerman, Bumpy, Angie, all of us have channels. Go check everybody out. Chances are, if you're watching this live stream, you already know most of these people and know the content that they put out. So that's it from me. Thanks again to Beerman for having me on the show. Cheers.
Welcome. Cheers.
Good seeing you, Johnny.
Yeah.
It is good to see you again, John. Yeah.
I'll
Glad you
try
got
to-
all moved in and
Right.
I was a little disappointed when you showed up, but
That's all right. I expect nothing less from you, Tanner. You dick.
me.
Yes.
Yeah.
Myself and I.
Angie's Fluid Art is my main channel where where I do live acrylic art that's fluid, and I manipulate it all over the canvas. It's pretty cool. Live art will be done on Thursdays at 8 p.m. Eastern Time. I'm no longer doing the Monday show, just kind of cutting back for now due to some personal reasons. And then I also have Just Being Angie, my second channel, which is a smaller channel, but it's where all the shenanigans happen, after parties, that whole thing. Shout outs. I want to shout out all these fine gentlemen on the panel with me, and thank you for letting me come up with shredded cheese. I do take this show very seriously and my reviews seriously, but it's all I had in my fridge, so I do appreciate it. Thank you.
No, really.
And let's see. I'm gonna shout out the legendary Alex the Beer Master.
Yes.
And
There's that eye drop.
Miscellaneous Beer Reviews, Drew, and
Oh yeah, sure.
Yeah.
and Sam Smalley on Instagram, Short and Stout Beer Reviews.
Nice. Cool. All right. Thanks, guys. Teardrop.
Teardrop cheese
People.
for the win.
Okay. Well, next week will be another beer and cheese, so bring it if you'd like. We had a great show today. Awesome panel today. You guys rock, man. Thanks for being here, guys and gal at Rock. Yeah, so beer and cheese, it's always open table. I never frown on anyone. Just bring some, bring the two components, and you're all right. And like Eric says, don't be a douche. That's a good one. And then tomorrow will be all spun out. So hopefully everyone's found a beer. I kind of had mine wasn't that hard, but I don't know why I couldn't find something. I don't know. Hopefully we found something.
Mine was super easy. I already had it. I just got the
I don't
proper
remember.
word. It's like, well, that's in my fridge.
Hey,
What was
Bumpy.
your words, Bumpy? Oh,
Nice.
My words were big and fancy.
oh.
Yeah, it was gonna be my new brew for Monday, but
Oh, okay.
it became the Wednesday show beer.
Uh,
When I
All
got those
right.
words.
Mine's cloudy and hip.
Claudia,
Hiccup.
mine's bitter and
No, sorry about that. It just kind of popped out.
bitter and happy is mine. It's not hoppy. It couldn't be hoppy. No, it's bitter and happy. So I guess that's a strong musty. But no, so there's that at 6 o'clock Eastern tomorrow. So show up. That'll be that's usually the initial show of our relentless, crazy fucking Wednesday. That usually takes place, and then I end up passing out on my chair. On my forehead.
Wednesday has become the what's known as the gauntlet night, which is
Yes.
one live stream after another after another.
Yeah.
Like Saturday Light. Yeah.
Stinky and odd was Alex.
All right, Alex.
Yeah.
I'm not sure what he's talking about.
Oh man.
I
Well,
love
I
how
finally got some CO2 for my apps. I can't believe it. It took a while to get that. But no, I have a bunch of beers going out to like 14 different people. So I ran out. I only make so much. So hopefully you guys get those soon. And whoever would like to do a panel, that would be great. Angie, you're more than well. I couldn't get one to you, but you're more than welcome to come on up. I would love to have you up there and just hang with us.
Oh, I'll be there to support you. Absolutely.
On the next round, I'll get you some though for sure. I'll keep you in mind. I kept you in mind on this one, but I ran out.
I was honored that you included me in the last ones, and they were all delicious.
I got you on my mind. So.
Well, and you know what?
My wife know about that.
Beer Man, if Beer Man never sends me another beer, I'm happy because he named the frickin' beer. Well, not after me directly, but the Georgia on my mind. That was one of the best stouts I've had in a while, and
it was wonderful.
George, I mean, peaches and coconut and vanilla tincture and all, like everything that I love. The only thing that he didn't put in the beer that I really like is like, cheeseburgers. So, which I don't know if that would have been good in a beer. So I think he did a good job of leaving the cheeseburgers out of it. But it's an awesome beer, man. Anyway,
nice, thank you. Well, this one's gonna be a double New England for FLX Beer Reviews. It's called the Naughty or Nice.
That'll be
It's good. It's pretty
tough
good.
crowd because he gets like the best New England IPAs in the country. So that's going to be a tough. You better be on your A game with that one. That's all I got to say.
I hope so.
Dan's kind of a like a beer Nazi in a lot of ways.
Yeah.
Be careful. Anyway.
Yeah, the other one was Eric's, which was Flava Sava, and it was an American
Flava Sava.
So
I love that name.
And then I just got done brewing a wee heavy for Miscellaneous called Cow Cat. And
you also did the one for Paul, right? The middle finger.
That one, that middle, the other one, yep, middle finger.
That was wonderful.
And then you brewed a lot of, man. Cheers to you. Good for you. I mean, that's a lot of beer, a lot of different style, a lot of styles that people would like home brewers would shy away from too. But you're embracing it, which is really cool because there's a lot of difficult styles that you're brewing. Some of the like the Belgian yeast stuff, and then of course the New England IPAs. Especially, God help you sending it up to Dan, but I have faith in you.
You know what's a difficult style to brew is a West Coast. I don't know why it's like a lager. It's got to be clean. It's got to be, you know what I mean? I don't know why.
Because it's super filtered. Yeah, the East Coast stuff is hazy, and you don't have to filter it. Whereas the Westy stuff, they don't really have unfiltered West Coast IPAs, do they? They're all like super.
City Point for Bumpy is an unfiltered Westy.
Well, if it's unfiltered and it's the West Coast, it's technically an American at that point, right?
Yeah. Well, yeah, because West Coast is not American.
And I'm proud to be an American, or at least I know I can be.
This Westy's turning out pretty good, actually. So I'm kind of
unreal. That one right now.
Unreal, man.
Nice.
No, yeah, I just did one. I did one for Bumpy and for Miscellaneous, and then I'm gonna be doing Chadeo and Alex next. So I'm just going down the line with everyone. Eventually, we'll get Tanner and Angie. We'll get all these people, that join us on the panels and everywhere else in the back end and in the back end.
We'll get them in the back end.
Send over, boys and girls.
It's gonna be a fun packing weekend.
I am gonna slim it down to just sending to the tributes, you know what I mean, and maybe a couple others, because it was really intense sending to like 20 million people.
That's
I'm just gonna have to. It was like a lot. It was a lot of money, a lot of time. No problem though, because it was all tip money. It was like stuff I had saved from my tips from work and everything else. I'm like, all right, let's just put it in my savings account. But three people. I just mentioned FLX Beer Reviews. Cheers to those guys. Cheers to Dan with the Naughty or Nice coming soon to you. Thomas Middle 75. Check out his Wild Card Wednesdays. He's not going to be there. Alex will be hosting that one this Wednesday. Cheers to Pabst Blue Ribbon, a very good beer, sessional beer. And Beer Hounds just sent me a 6-pack of beer, as well as some food, some chili, some lime tree, and some Nissan soup. Not a Nissan car, Nissan. This so he sent me a different.
Oh, the NIS, yeah. NISSI, yeah.
I saw it at first, and it was all food on the top, and then I took it out. So the beer meal's up. I put the video up, but and I was just tripping out on it. He's a good dude. He's right from my area. He's like from LA, so he's on the West Coast, so it's easy.
Nice.
But yeah. So that's really. I'm just gonna kind of share that. I've gone forever here, so no, thanks, guys. Thank you. First, just thank the chat for being here for sure. You guys have been awesome, rocking. We had like freaking 15, 16, 17 strong, 1,000 strong, let's say. Let's keep that positive mind going. Yeah, so thank you guys for being. I'm not going to mention everyone, but thank you to the panel. Thank you guys for being here, and Gal, of course, sweet lady, sweet ma'am. So we have East Coast. Cheers to all you guys. Cheers, East Coast, Bumpy Road Brews, John and Lily, and Angie with Angie's Fluid Art, and just being Angie. So cheers, guys. You guys take it easy.
This is Alex the Beer Master.
Wish I had a back, damn it.
I want to be a real boy. I didn't realize Alex the Beer Master was Pinocchio. I'm a real boy.
I'm a real boy.
What's going on?
Well, you guys have a good night, day. In this beautiful world. The link's out there if you guys want to join us. I might go to Miscellaneous's show as well. So go check out Miscellaneous as well. But not after one more sip. Cheers.
All right. Cheers.
Cheers. Enjoyed it. Thanks, man.